The business cycle and a recession. What is a recession? The old definition used to be 2 consecutive quarters of declining real GDP, which we consider to be negative economic growth. For example, let's say the economic growth rate in one quarter, January, February, and March, is at 3% and goes to 2.8% in the next quarter. That means that real GDP declined by 0.2%. Let's say the next quarter it goes from 2.8% down to 2.5%. That means there was negative economic growth rate in real GDP of 0.3%. The old definition would finally say after 6 months, which is 2 quarters, that we are in a recession. Now, though, here is how a recession is defined. The National Bureau of Economic Research, or NBER, the National Bureau of Economic Research, came out with this definition for a recession. A recession is a period of at least a few months when a significant decline in economic activity spreads across the country. Do you notice in this definition it's just a few months? You don't want to wait 6 months before you finally decide that you're in a recession when you're already in the recession. What does the National Bureau of Economic Research look at to decide whether we're in a recession? The National Bureau of Economic Research uses the following 6 major indicators plus other economic data to determine the segments of the business cycle. They'll look at growth in total employment, not unemployment figures, growth in total employment. They'll look at growth in disposable income minus transfer payments. We'll get to transfer payments later in the course. They'll look at growth in industrial production. They'll look at growth in retail manufacturing. They'll look at growth in retail sales. They'll look at growth in wholesale sales. And they'll look at other data to determine whether or not we're in a recession. So they'll take all of this data and then make a determination, are we in a recession?